And we should be live. What up, homies? What's good? Oh my gosh, another one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised this has gone on for as long as it did. I thought that the first one was gonna fail outright, the first episode or the pilot episode, but here we are on the third episode of the 2REAL4FEELS podcast, where we specifically do not give a fuck about your feelings. So, how y'all doing, panel? How you doing, Oz?
I'm okay.
You're okay? You're saying that like as though you have a gun pointed to your fucking head.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Right, homie. How about you, TJ Combo X?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to get these topics out the way, man. See some of these things. It's gonna be interesting.
It was almost a really bland week.
Almost.
Almost. And then shit got crazy as hell. Like, I wasn't expecting this shit to happen, not gonna lie, but yeah. Let's give a shout out to the chat. We got Future, who was first, so definitely ain't gonna steal that from you, homie. Yep, Future is numero uno. I appreciate you, bro, for coming through. And got Nuke Dukem. What up, homie? Hope you are doing well. It is good to see. Yep. And of course, our longtime buddy, Ninth Pixel. Hody. Hody howdy.
Hody howdy. Totally do like favor. Totally.
that was low key a jab, I think. Yo, TJ, I think there's a little bit of background noise on your mic. Yeah, just a tad bit. It's not bad, but it is there. Let's see. Future. It sounds like you trained Oz to be in public. Have a gun pointed to his head. Oh my god, I can't point it right. Yes.
It trained me with goldfish crackers. I'm good.
and the good homie Dre Watson. What up, bro? Good to see you. But yes, chat and panel. I just want to ask, what y'all been playing lately? Let me know. Oz, what you been playing lately, or what you been watching? What is interesting? Midnight Fight Express?
Watch one Midnight Fight Express and watching AEW melt to the ground because it sucks now.
Ooh, yeah, I gave up. I'm sorry. They're just like, they try to be so serious that I can't take it serious. And then you got WWE that's goofy as fuck. It's like I can't get a good in between anymore. But I haven't tried Midnight Fight Express yet. I'm actually about to play that tonight. I just have so much on my plate, just making sure I get things right as best as I can. So,
and for me, trying to finish up my battle pass, and just ready for future games.
Yeah, waiting for future Game Pass games.
Absolutely.
What about you, TJ? What you been playing lately, bro?
Rollerdrome mostly, and Midnight Fight Express. Those are the two games that have been taking up most of my time.
Yeah,
outside of like, choke slam in that game,
like Splitgate, but that's about it.
Indies are like the highlight of this year, like where AAA has like fallen off. Indies have said, "Yo, we'll take these spots straight up." I've had so much fun with indie games. I've been playing Fortnite. I got back into it really recently, and I don't know why. I wish it would just kick me and leave me in the dirt.
You know why? You know who called you back to? You know who called you back to Fortnite?
Yes, Daddy Vegeta.
Daddy called. He's like, "You better play this game. I'm in it."
Summoned me into Fortnite, and how could I possibly say no? Straight up, that's my boy. I've been really into Cult of the Lamb. That game is too much fun, bro. Like, I have like 40 hours in it. It's mostly me just keeping my cult together. We working out shit, keeping them fed, making sure that the ones that want to turn against me, they're going to be thrown in prison. And if they do not listen, do not turn back, fall in line as they should, well, they're going to get sacrificed. That's just what it is. You know, I don't give a fuck. For the most part, I'm good. If you're good to me, I treat you right. But if you act like a piece of shit, you turn against me, you're going to get stomped out. That's pretty much how it goes in Cult of the Lamb for me. But chat, what y'all been playing Yo, what's good, TW? Good to see you, bro. As always.
Booty.
Nuke Dukem apparently thinks porn is more interesting than wrestling. Sir,
Huh?
when I asked what everyone's playing or watching, I also said please don't say the hub. But yeah, Nuke Dukem said he's been playing Doom Eternal. That's what's up. A lot of people love that game. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Oh, I actually just started playing that a little bit. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like it looks visually astounding. It's on my to-do list, or as they say, the backlog. And my backlog is very, very long. But it is good to see y'all as always, and hope whatever y'all playing, whatever y'all been watching lately, has been fun. For me, I've been having a lot of fun. Cult of the Lamb has won me over. I'm definitely simping for Cult of the Lamb. That's like at this point, that might be my game of the year. Ooh, CW say you've been playing Ninja Gaiden. Okay, I see you, bro.
But which one though?
Look, man, Ninja Gaiden at its worst, I'd say it's probably better than a lot of games coming out this year specifically.
Well, if you don't play part 3, you're fine.
Yeah, part 3 is probably the worst of the.
It's trash.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Future said he just beat Spider-Man DLC and he's waiting on The Last of Us remaster. That's what's up, bro. Getting it done. I see you. And Pixel playing Tekken as usual, sir. New patch is nice.
Dude.
Okay, that's cool because I know that they did do like a whole balance patch, or like they kind of switched it up with Tekken with that new patch.
Nice.
So I'm glad that you're liking it overall. I'm sure it keeps the game pretty fresh, and yeah, Pixel's been playing Tekken for a long time. You earned Tekken 8, sir. So I do hope that they get it out to you relatively soon. Yeah, Sigma 2. So TW beat Sigma 1 and now he's on Sigma 2. That's
Okay.
what, bro. Okay,
I don't know what that is.
Basically Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. Sigma, I believe, is like a repackaged version of the games, if I'm not mistaken. I played the second one. I think it was on PS3. That's a series I need to dive into because I only played the second one.
Okay.
But the remaster I was gonna buy the remaster, but it was like pretty bad, so I skipped it.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah, especially on PC. Apparently, you had to go into dev shit just to change the resolution. Like,
well, it's on. I think it's still on Game Pass. You can play it there.
Oh yeah, it is. If it's on Game Pass PC, I guess I'll try it. Hopefully, it's better now. Hey, yeah. Oh shit, man, we seeing some Tekken love in here. Okay. And Future said he's hooked on Better Call Saul. A lot of people have been talking about that show lately. I think because it finished up or something. I'm not too sure. But
yeah, they had this series finale recently, so that's why everybody's been like on that.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey. I think for the most part we approve of what everyone's been watching. We ain't gonna judge too harshly, right? Right, guys? Right, I think. Alright, so that's cool. So we got to get into the topics at hand. And first off, we gonna start with let's just go in hot. The current state of PlayStation. So at first I was just going to talk about the fact that PlayStation's IPs are getting made into movies, and that was Gravity Rush has been recently announced, as well as Days Gone. They have like a movie or a TV series ready for like all of their franchise at this point. You got Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us TV show. They just had the Uncharted movie, God of War, Twisted fucking Metal, all sorts of films and TV shows about video games. And what do you guys think about this stuff overall? Like Gravity Rush?
All I gotta say,
Days Gone?
For God of War, there's only one person who can play, and that's Tommaso Ciampa. End of story.
Hey,
that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yo, when he got dressed up as Kratos, bro, for that
amazing.
takeover, it was amazing. Like, at the first pictures that did come out of it, you only seen him from like the waist up. But then when you saw like his whole look, it was fucking sick. Like, he definitely looked like Kratos. The beard was going hard. The dude is just a badass. So I fucks with it. But TJ, what you think about the fact that now Days Gone and Gravity Rush has been added to the list of films that
So
PlayStation is
it's
planning?
interesting because like Days Gone did not get approved for a sequel. Like a sequel was actually like a script was brought to them in regards to like with the outline of what the next game would be, and it was shot down. But then they greenlit a TV show, which is odd to me. But I mean, I guess they see that you know what this really is about. This is about Jim Ryan not being a competent president and following behind other companies as opposed to making his own footsteps in this gaming space. So with Halo having a TV show, it made sense that Jim Ryan was going to follow right behind them and start pumping out TV shows for PlayStation. Gravity Rush is not a popular IP by any stretch. Second game did poorly and basically bombed, even though it was received well and critically acclaimed. But it's just it doesn't make sense that they would put money behind things that people didn't care about. Even the Ratchet and Clank movie that came out a few years ago that bombed in theaters as well. No one
Yeah,
cared
I
about it.
forgot about. Yeah.
Now, I will say that the director of the John Wick movies, his name is one moment, Chad Stileski. He's
Yeah.
he wants to do Ghost of Tsushima, and he wants to do it with the all Japanese cast. And considering his track
Oh,
record in regards to directing and producing, I think that out of all of the things that have been announced would probably be the best of the all of the things that they have in the pipeline for media in regards to outside of gaming.
I wanna know what happened to Twisted Metal because they're supposed to have been a series.
It's
They're
still
making a TV.
happening.
It's still greenlit for a show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So I mean, I think that there's some of these franchises or games that warrant, you know, maybe bringing to the movies or television, but to bring stuff like even Gran Turismo, there's a Gran Turismo movie happening. Like
No, I'm good.
Sony Pictures can't even get film right in general, and they want to make video game films. Like nobody like gamers, do they really give a fuck about this in the grand scheme of things? Like when you're telling me Days Gone can't get a sequel, but you'll go and make a fucking movie about the game, like that pisses me off. And I don't feel like this money that they potentially make from a Days Gone movie is going to go to funding a sequel because they already closed that door. And Gravity Rush as well. That is a game that hardcore PlayStation fans, like the nitty gritty ones, the ones that be in the trenches looking for all the exclusives, like they love Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush was a Vita game that I had, and I love
It
that
would be
game.
interesting.
It was so it was an interesting game entirely, and I don't want a fucking movie of the game. Like we just want games. Like stop. Like this reminds me,
Yeah.
like the way PlayStation is acting right now reminds me of early Xbox One days where they were concentrating on TV, but they're just
Yep.
doing it in a slightly different way. Like they're becoming the
Yep.
shit that PlayStation fans especially had
Okay.
judged them for. Are you gonna say something, Oz?
It's weird because it's like the roles are reversing.
It is. It's I don't.
It's like that old PS3 is starting to linger back in.
In some ways,
The
yeah.
ways they used to do shit. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dre Watson
And
said he thinks that these are going to be interesting, especially the Last of Us TV show. I mean, I don't see, personally, I'm not interested, but I get it. Like people love these franchises; they would love to see them on the big screen. But for me personally, gaming has literally took over as being the highest form of entertainment in terms of revenue.
oh yeah,
Like they
makes
eclipsed
most money.
film, all that shit. Like, why did you guys strive for this just to end up making film? Like you've surpassed film. Like some of these games tell amazing
You know why?
stories.
You know why though? Look at Sonic the Hedgehog. This is where it all started. Now they're like, oh, they want some of that Sonic money. They want some of that Sonic money. It's like, well, damn. If Sonic can do it, we can do it with our own franchises. Well, guess what? Your franchises are going away. Like Crash Bandicoot, he's gone.
Crash
I mean,
Bandicoot
Crash
was
has been
pretty good
gone, so
though.
that makes sense.
Have you guys played
No, he
Crash
was the
4
top
by any
player.
chance?
Nope.
Nah,
It's
I don't
actually
care.
pretty good.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, I was playing it. It does a good job of being modernized while also adhering to like traditional Crash Bandicoot. So I think that's a really they did a good mix for it to be a pretty fun game. Looks amazing on the PS5, so that's cool.
Plus, they
But
want to jump out. They want to try to do like some type of animated movie or movie just in general before next year. Because when Mario comes out, it's gonna be over. No one's gonna give a shit. Even if,
yeah,
even if Mario sucks, it's Mario.
yeah, like
Cha-ching.
Mario is like even though it'd be kind of weird to make a Mario movie, like they'd have to go about it in a very particular way, to
I
make
don't
sure
think
that they
actors
respect
have
it
to do it.
properly.
So.
Yeah,
It's fucking
so
weird.
like I can at least justify and understand why Mario is getting a movie, but Gravity Rush, like, huh?
If
It's
any
just
video game
a strange
needs a
concept.
movie, it's fucking Zelda.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. That would be a very interesting movie if done with respect to
Not a
the franchise.
or if not a movie, then like a series, like a full live action series would be fucking dope, or anime
Yeah,
style.
yeah. But overall, this does bring us to just the grand scheme of the current state of PlayStation. Now, we all met on the PS4 through Killzone
Yep, that's a
Shadowfall.
fact.
Yeah,
Yes, and since then we've kind of like we were on PlayStation for a long time. We would literally meet up on PlayStation chat every fucking day for years.
yeah.
Like that was a
Day one,
very
pretty much. Yeah,
consistent thing. Yeah, like for years. And as time goes on, we kind of just were like, man, PlayStation ain't quite doing it anymore. We kind of like going different ways. We're still obviously talking, daily and shit, thankfully.
right.
But PlayStation has just been kind of, I don't know.
Eh.
Yeah, like the
And
current state of
there's one reason,
PlayStation.
and there's one reason for that. No multiplayers.
I mean, that's one of many reasons, in my opinion, because there's just announced today that in multiple countries that the price of the PS5 is increasing. And this was announced on PlayStation blog. And yeah, like in Mexico, let me see, oh no, I don't know what happened to the
Japan,
yeah, Mexico, Japan, Europe, the price for PlayStation, the PS5 is going up.
Canada.
And
I think it's Canada too.
yeah, and at this point, to me, that's just one of many issues. It's just adding up. And I did list my grievances out on Twitter, in a space today, and a lot of people was feeling what I was saying. Like, it's not just that, but that's kind of like that is like the turning point that's showing that PlayStation is changing, like very seriously. I've
They
seen
don't
it for
care
a
anymore.
while. Like when it comes to comparing the PS4 generation to the PS5, there's been a huge shift. Some people haven't noticed it. I have, because PlayStation 4 was like 80% of my gaming last generation.
Yep, they're
So
turning the
what
Xbox One era. Absolutely right.
in terms of the state of PlayStation, Oz, how do you feel about it?
I'm I'm bored.
Especially with these price
With
increases.
but the price, like I don't know, man. It's just they're acting very
Yeah.
thirsty, and it's just like they're being very greedy. It's just all greed. It's all money. Because you know what? At the end of the day, these companies don't give a shit about any of us. They just don't fucking care. It's all about the green, baby. All about the green. But
Yeah.
this could come back and bite them in the ass. If I was Phil Spencer, I would say, hey, by the way, we're not going to. Already stated this. We're not raising our prices because we're fine. If I was Phil Spencer, just to be a spiteful motherfucker, I would lower the cost of the Series X. I would. Holiday season, I would lower the cost. Come over. Come on.
Or at least make a bundle
I
that's
would.
like that people can't say no to.
Yeah, you get a year. You get a year of you get a year of Game Pass. Ooh, oh,
That's
you
like
can
their main
imagine.
revenue stream.
Oh, could you
Ooh,
imagine if they did that? Oh, by the way, he was like, yeah. By the way, we're not going to raise the price, and everybody gets a Series X from now on. It's a year Game Pass, dude. It'll be done.
I
That
mean
shit would be
that would,
crazy.
yeah, because it's like instant access to like hundreds of games like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep.
But the countries is Europe, UK, Japan, China, Australia, Mexico, and Canada.
Yeah,
And
basically all the places that they have the majority of the mind share in those regions in terms of their consoles, except for
Dude, I
Japan
would lower
because
the price.
Nintendo is
All
dominating over
those
there.
regions, all the regions, and all those all those countries. If I was Phil Spencer, I'd lower the fucking price of the Series X. I would. Oh, I would. Phil Spencer, you hear this? Do it. I'm telling you. I would, just to be a spiteful motherfucker. I would, because no, it's just like fuck you. You did all that shit about the trading and being the cheaper console for all 8 fucking years.
but
Payback's a
guys,
bitch. Bam.
PlayStation is telling us that this is because of the rising cost of inflation. TJ, what you feel about that?
Man, that's just PR talk. That's just damage control. That's literally what it
Yep.
is. Because why would you do that when like US is going through a recession that hasn't been officially announced, but it's in a recession right now. So you telling me that this is the one place that you're not going to increase the price, but everywhere else you will? They're going through issues with their economies as well. But you're telling me that you're gonna increase the prices there because of inflation, but not here when there's it doesn't make sense. It's literally damage control. They
Yeah.
they can't be honest and say the
Agreed.
U.S. place where it's most competitive for us versus Microsoft. So this is what we have to do to continue to remain relevant in this region, and everywhere else we dominate. It's cool, man. I could read between the lines. It's fine.
Yeah, like for me personally, like a lot of people want to have economic debates on Twitter, and to be honest, I just refuse to go that route. One, because I'm just looking at it as a consumer. And two, I don't want to have economic debates with people that mostly can't even acknowledge that resources are finite. That's economics
Yeah.
101. A lot of people don't even want to acknowledge that reality, so therefore I don't even want to have these types of debates with people. Like it's just not fucking
Right.
worth it. Like,
No, it's not.
but people have been arguing about this. I noticed that a lot of like old heads that I fucked with on Twitter with the gaming community, they think it's it's fucked up. Some people have been on the side of like we need to talk about it and trash PlayStation for this shit. Some people just like it is what it is. There's some people
I'm
that
tired of that.
I don't
I'm so
really
tired
fuck
of
with
that
very
mentality.
much. Yeah, it's like, dude, like I don't know, just the cheerleading is just weird.
It
Uh
is what it is. We'll never make a change. It means you're comfortable to it.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, you know, backlash has changed a lot of companies' decisions overall. And I
and it's the
think
only way to
like
fight back is throw a wallet.
yeah, well, not even just that, man, but I've always pushed the concept of mocking and shaming corporations because as just us, we are just consumers. We don't have true power besides um our wallets one, but honestly, with like propaganda is just used in everything nowadays. Social media is used to try and basically fool people into believing a certain narrative. But for me, honestly, I go wholeheartedly in mocking and shaming these motherfuckers. Like it's punching upward. And then when people try to bash me for punching upward, it's like, oh, why are you treating them so bad? It's like, yo, PlayStation a multi-billion-dollar company. Like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Like, if I want to bash them, I'm gonna bash them. But to me, when it comes to PlayStation, it's like it's more than just this. This wasn't the first sign that they were going like
Hmm.
extra as fuck. Like they're to me, PS4 generation wasn't perfect. It was mostly because of the fact that the PS4 and even the Pro is underpowered. But the overall, like, the way the company was run was very pro consumer, or at least generally fair for the most part. I didn't really have too many complaints, but PS5 to me has just been fucking terrible, man. From the fact that you can't get one, you know, to now this.
I don't know.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. It's like the PS5 is like the revenge of the PlayStation 3. It
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
just
It's weird.
like this generation, like, so far has proven that the only thing PlayStation themselves learned from the PlayStation 3 is how to be more slick with forcing their bullshit on people, you know? That's how I feel. But to me, this wasn't this wasn't the beginning. You know, it is the price increase that sucks. It's also, you know, the like I said, with these PlayStation movies and TV series, like, I want sequels to games that you know I appreciated. You know, I don't fucking want movies of discontinued IPs. Like, that's fucking bullshit. I don't think anyone
It's
really
like,
wants a Gran Turismo fucking movie, you know? Like, who
who
the
gives
fuck
a
are they
shit?
kidding with this shit? Yeah, exactly. And it's like, now with the whole PS Plus tiers thing, but how much money they're making from these new tiers, you really, it just feels classless as fuck to me that
And you know why
PlayStation
they
would
did that?
raise the
The
price.
tier shit. They only did it because of Game Pass because they're afraid of it.
Well, you know, they just saw potential for more revenue. You know, they already had like a huge base of people that were paying for PS Plus as it is. Well, let's add more tiers because they're already willing to pay this. Let's see how far they're willing to fucking go. And really, all the new PS Plus is just rearranging the shit that they already had and then adding like fucking paid glorified paid demos
It's always
and some
copies.
old school
PlayStation
stuff.
always copies.
They
PlayStation
are.
always copies. They fucking
It's true.
copied. They copied. They copied the Wiimote. They copied fucking the camera. They copy literally everything else that everyone else does, and they try to make it better, and it doesn't work.
I mean, a lot of the time, you could tell it's a cheap clone. But you know, sometimes like I think that the whole Move controllers ended up being a good move because of PSVR. You know, and given they weren't good, but they actually came in
Yeah. Thanks
handy.
PC.
Funny enough.
Thanks PC. Thanks PC and Steam.
But like I
Appreciate
said,
it.
you know, the PS Plus tiers list, the fact that they raised the price of PS5, it just comes off classless as fuck when they're making so much money off of literally just paywalling people when it comes to the PS Plus tiers. They're making big money on that shit. And you know, a lot of people aren't talking about this shit, but soon PlayStation's going to have many live service games. So
Yep.
at this point, you're telling me, PlayStation is telling me, and many other companies do this, like EA, for example, where they don't care if they have less consumers to sell shit to. They just want to treat their consumers like piggy banks, the ones that they do have. Because
Yep. That's all we
there's
are.
no way, I'm calling it right now, there's no way that PS5 generation is going to outdo the PS4 generation. I don't give a fuck
It's
what
not.
anyone says. And to be honest with
It's
you,
not.
I think that this is just my prediction. I think that at this point, when it comes to the whole console business as we know it, PlayStation's going out with a bang. I'm going to call it. I personally do not think there will be a PlayStation 6. I think that the industry is going to seriously change over the next 5 years, and it's going to lead to PlayStation 5 being the last system. And I think COVID is really making PlayStation say fuck it all with consoles. We're going to make, you know, PlayStation fucking app or something.
Do you think
I
they'll
don't
be
know what you guys
purchased?
think about
No, they won't be
I do.
purchased. They're not
Yeah.
going that far. They
I do.
don't have reason
Who
to
would buy
sell
them?
it.
Well, there's their Xbox and Nintendo.
What does that mean?
Bruh.
What does that mean?
What, buy them? You think that Xbox
Yeah.
is going to buy PlayStation?
Xbox can't buy
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Well, Nintendo can.
They would
Yeah, Nintendo
consolidate the
can, but they're
entire-
not going to.
Yeah.
They don't have a
If
reason
they
to.
wanted to.
Yeah, but
Not
they,
yet.
no, they don't have a reason to at all. Like, they don't even have the same demographics. If they wanted to make those type of games, they could, and they choose not to. It's completely different demographics. There's no point to doing it.
If they wanted a more adult audience, they would.
If they wanted a more adult audience, they would make more adult games for their platform, and they don't even do that. So how? So
Yeah,
what
that's
would
true.
purchasing PlayStation
That is
do?
true. That is true. We're lucky we're getting Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, like games like Mad World ended up bombing because nobody bought it, and that was an adult-rated type game. It was very gory and bloody, and it was
Sad.
rated for adults. No one played it.
It was awesome.
Nintendo
It was
is
awesome
good
too.
for making family-friendly games because that's what they're known for. Bayonetta has never sold over 1 million copies on Nintendo since they made it one of their IPs. It's never sold 1 million copies.
Yep.
Yes. Play Bayonetta if you haven't, motherfuckers. I'm just saying.
Yeah, naked witches and weird hair. Fun.
Yes, it's just quirky, insane. If you want an actual female protagonist that is proud and bad fucking ass and always has a slick comeback, yes, play Bayonetta. I will shill Bayonetta till the day I die. I don't care what anyone says. But yeah, like this is just, I'm just talking about the list of grievances I have against PlayStation. So like one thing I liked about PlayStation, the PS4 specifically, was that when you bought a game, for the most part, it was the whole game. It's rare when a PlayStation game had microtransactions. A lot of these games now that they're going to release are live service games. They said that within the next couple of years, we're going to see like fucking 10 live service games. So
you know what's sad? There's only one live service game that probably everybody wants. Every PlayStation pretty much begs for. PlayStation Home.
Well, yeah, I think
that was such an idiotic,
I think they're working on
thing
it.
to get rid of.
I think they're working on it, but with PSVR. I think that's where. If they don't do it, they would be the dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth. They have to do a PlayStation Home with PSVR. Like, how could they not? You know, it would just be like,
play. Get somebody in there. You can just fucking buy microtransactions.
It would encourage people to go out and buy that hardware. That hardware is probably going to be expensive as fuck, admittedly so. Yeah. But another issue is that shit. I don't know if you guys remember me joking about this, but remember when I said that PlayStation essentially funded Xbox's Discord integration?
They did.
They did, admittedly, because they had that whole deal, and Discord was supposed to be on the PlayStation by the beginning of this year. And the reason why I voiced that is because what got me out of the whole PlayStation experience is when PlayStation changed their party chat system. So now I just feel completely like I don't feel a part of my PlayStation community anymore. They changed the party system back, but at this point, I don't even remember more than half the people on my friends list. So now it's just why the fuck am I there? The people that I fuck with on the daily, we fuck around and talk on Discord. Like, that's where we at now. Now, the people that I used to talk to, the dudes that would just randomly come in either to play games with me or to talk shit to me, like, it would be a fun experience that everyone would be down for. I don't remember these people. It's sad to say that, but you fucked up my personal attachment to the PlayStation. Now the bitch just collects dust. Like, literally the other day, I was in my game room downstairs because I was dog sitting, and I'm just like, yo, homies, if you wanna, you know, talk on chat, I'm on the PlayStation chat. And y'all was like, why the fuck are you on that old ass Relic for? And I'm just like, because it's more convenient for me right now. But like, we don't care anymore.
Yeah, there's no use for it at all. Like my PS5 is literally an iPhone charger. It does nothing else for me. It serves no other purpose. Charge my phone.
I'm turning on my Xbox before I even think about my PS5.
I charge my headset. Like, outside of Ragnarok, there's no other reason for me to boot this thing.
Yeah, they completely destroyed my social attachment to the console. And it's just like, you expect this to be fixed? I already, like, you ain't gonna stop me from talking to motherfuckers. If that was what y'all had planned, like, no, we just said, fuck it, we're just gonna go elsewhere. Like, stop fucking trying to control people. That's the problem with these consoles. They want to fucking control you, who you talk to and shit, and it pisses me off. Just let people be. Like, why is that so difficult? Now, I feel like PlayStation is not a home to me. Before, I would turn that bitch on every day just to hang out with y'all and hang out with whoever wanted to drop by. And it used to be fun because you never know who would drop in the party chat. And
you don't know.
It'd be someone that you haven't talked to in a long time. They want to run a game, or it could be some dude that just want to pop in and talk shit to you. That was the fun of it all. And now it's just, and then they changed it to where, oh well, now you have to create basically a Discord server of people that you want to choose. And it's like, bro, you fucked it up. you fucked up the interest and the community that I had. And then they switch it back thinking, oh, like things will go back. No, I already accounted for this change and adjusted accordingly. Like that shit fucking gets me. You know, that shit really pisses me off.
And I tell you what, it runs smooth on Xbox. It's all right there. You see your whole party.
Discord.
See your whole party does on Discord. Oh, it's awesome. It's one more reason. Like damn, one more reason to get an Xbox, man.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, PlayStation is going to get Discord, but the fact it took this long, all while fucking up PlayStation chat when nothing was wrong with it. They want to disincentivize people meeting each other on PlayStation chat. That was why they changed it all up. You know, and that really sucked. That was one of the interesting factors of playing games, is meeting random fucking people. Some people you just talk shit to them, that's fun. Or some people, like, you become friends. Like, I met you guys playing fucking Killzone Shadowfall, and fucking, like, what, 10 years later, we still talk daily?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like they just want to fuck up a good thing. They can never be happy, you know? But VG Legend said, I got my PS5 for normal MSRP, and I'm happy. And he's talking about you, Oz. He said, you're right. It's just greed by Sony. But Sony knows people will pay for it because their track record of the PlayStation always being the superior console is that. Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is, I understand basic economics. They cannot meet the demand of the PlayStation. So they're just like, well, we're just going to take advantage by raising up the price. And BG brought up a good point that it's not going to affect PlayStation sales because of the fact that it's hard to get your hands on a PlayStation anyway. But I also countered with the reality that, yeah, it's not going to affect PlayStation sales because they can't meet consumer demand. But those people that can't find a PlayStation are looking at this like, this kind of feels a bit greedy. I can't get one anyway. I'll probably get an Xbox. It's easier to get and less money, even for the more powerful one, you know?
Or fuck the next gen ones. I'm just going to get an X. That's what people are buying now. People are just saying, fuck the Series. The Series S is more popular than the X. Hands down. Hands down.
I don't know personally. I haven't been keeping up with that, but it wouldn't surprise me just because, I mean, look, historically speaking, typically the console that ends up being the most successful, it's not always the case, but typically, historically speaking, the one that ends up being the most successful is the cheaper option. That's typically how it goes.
Dude,
you know?
Wait till this holiday season where grandma and grandpa, mommy, daddy goes to the store and they're going to go, how much is the Series X? $499? How much is an S? But $299? Oh, yeah, give me that S.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the average mom and dad don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, they go, just give me the S.
Yeah. But
it's a good media player. I mean, I hate saying it, man. It sucks because like Sony was on. He thought they were on our side, and it's just they finally show their true colors.
Who is Jesse Faden? Stop comparing me to people. This is and no disrespect to you, Future. I know that you don't mean it in any nefarious way, but that's the one thing that has been bothering me lately. People that don't even know me to keep comparing me to other people. I'm just saying, please don't do that. I don't like it. I mean, I guess they're going to do it anyway.
Jesse Faden, the main character from Control.
Yes. White Karen female protagonist. You know. So
because I can see the red hair from here. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I have something to say about that, but I'm gonna leave that shit for later, though. Okay. But any final thoughts on this whole PlayStation situation? Anything about the state of PlayStation 5? Anything you guys want to add to the conversation overall?
No, I think everything's been said. This is all thanks to Jim Ryan. Like anything that people find negative to say about PlayStation as of late is all due to what he's allowing to happen. So just thank him.
You know, it's funny. I played Control, like I beat Control, and then I started playing it again. I don't remember that bitch's name. I didn't even know. Like, that's how memorable these characters are. I always remember Bayonetta, but Jesse Faden.
She's boring.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna leave that for.
It's time to bring back Jack. That's what I think. Sony, it's time to bring back Jack. Get him on the payroll. Bring him back.
I know you don't mean it in a bad way, Future. I'm just fucking with you. But That's one thing that's been kind of annoying me. People comparing me to other people, especially in the YouTube community. Yes, but yeah. So I guess we'll move it on to the Embracer Group. They're taking over the world. Everyone, clearly, the industry itself is consolidating. Embracer Group. They're low key under the radar. While Xbox is buying Activision, they already got their hands on Bethesda. Embracer Group's been sweeping up everything else. It's like it's like hungry hippos out here when it comes to consolidation in the games industry.
Then Xbox buys them and they rule the world. Let's get a monopoly, folks. We got a monopoly.
I don't think you understand that Xbox can't get away with doing much more.
Yeah, the government will actually intervene and tell them like we're not allowing this. They actually have to get sanctioned to be able to make these acquisitions after a certain point.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's only so much, but Embracer Group goes on a spending spree, buys the Lord of the Rings IP rights, Tripwire Interactive, and more. Embracer Group, the parent company of the vast and expanding roster of studios and publishers, including THQ Nordic, Gearbox, PlayOn, and Saber Interactive have announced it will acquire Middle-earth Enterprises, which basically means it owns IP rights for Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and a bunch of more Middle-earth related stuff the company doesn't even know about yet. The purchase price is undisclosed due to commercial reasons. So, to be clear, the acquisitions don't mean Embracer Group will own J.R.R. Tolkien's entire literary works, which remains the property of Tolkien Estate. It means Embracer Group will own the company which owns the rights to adapt those books into film, video games, stage plays, placemats, Funko Pop, basically all the fucking bells and whistles. Embracer Group made an agreement through a new free mode subsidiary, which will provide a global strategic Oh my god, fuck you. All right, so
That's how I read.
Let's just skip over the fucking fluff. In addition to buying one of the biggest entertainment names of all time, Embracer has announced a bunch of other acquisitions today. It will acquire Killing Floor studio Tripwire, also the devs behind Chivalry /Chivalry 2, as well as Limited Run Games, which specializes in lush physical editions of otherwise digital indie games. Oh, and Tuxedo Labs, the studio responsible for Teardown. I don't even know what that is. It also is now an Embracer Group studio under Saber Interactive subsidiary. All purchase prices remain undisclosed. Yeah, so this is a lot of shit. How are they getting away with this? Yeah, like they have like THQ Nordic, Saber Interactive, like studios and publishers that are relatively respectable. Like they don't make like super duper like AAA titles, but titles that I'm definitely looking at, especially with THQ Nordic. Like
who owns this company?
Shit. They are the parent. Embracer Group is the parent company of all these companies. So
what the fuck does that even mean?
That means, so essentially, like Rockstar Games being the development team are owned by 2K Games. So 2K Games is the parent company for Rockstar. That's essentially what that means.
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, very recently they bought off all of Square Enix's Western development companies and their IPs like Tomb Raider. They own Crystal Dynamics now, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal, I think, as well. So they're not playing this year. Like they are fucking whatever Xbox isn't and PlayStation isn't grabbing, they're grabbing instead.
They must have just played Square Enix at this point. They pretty much did.
I mean, Square Enix, like their Western side is small kind of in comparison, and Square Enix never, like, you could tell they never really gave a fuck about their Western division to begin with. If anything, it seemed like every chance they had to bash them, they did. At least that's how I felt about it personally. But yeah, like, I don't really, like, this is weird, you know? Like, we're such a weird period in gaming history. Like, I've never seen some shit like this before, at least as far back as I can remember, because when I was a kid, I didn't really think about the business aspect of it. I just wanted all the consoles because every console had a dope ass game that I wanted to play. So it's like I was begging my dad for for like a PlayStation for Christmas, then the Nintendo 64 for my birthday. Like that was literally how
Right.
I was. I was brought up not being a fan of consoles, just I wanted the games and I had to get the console to get the game, so that's what I asked for, and sometimes I was lucky enough to have received what I wanted, and sometimes not so much, but I always shot my shot. But what do you guys feel about this consolidation in general? Like, do you think this is a good thing? Is it a bad thing? TJ,
Uh,
you can go if you want to first, since I asked Oz to go first before.
I think.
yeah,
I mean, it makes the gaming industry a bit more interesting because a lot of people were considering that they were thinking because of the relationship that Square Enix has with PlayStation, that PlayStation will actually acquire the majority of their Western and Eastern studios. So the fact that a company that most people haven't even heard of before came through and swept a bunch of development teams and companies underneath their umbrella, it definitely adds some interest to what's going on in the gaming space. Now, I wasn't aware of them buying limited run games. That was a surprise to me, considering I didn't, limited runs is like an indie, it's a little independent company that does that. So the fact that they came through and bought them, I wonder if that'll change things, because one of the biggest complaints about how they handle business in regards to getting out these pre-orders is that they take a very long time to get these games out, and they have a very negative impact in regards to customer response with the way that they take their time with these
Well,
pre-orders.
I
So
will.
if them purchasing them makes that process speed up some, then I think that's a good thing.
Well, the one thing I have a little bit of pushback with limited run because a lot of people constantly complain, why does limited run take so long? But what limited run adheres to is giving you the entire game either on disc or on cartridge. So they have to wait for the game to essentially finish with all the updates because they want the final product to be presented on the disc. That's what their company is based on. And I know for a fact there are 3 occasions where they didn't adhere to that. That's literally the main basis of their company. And my complaint is, why are those 3 games not in their complete form? That pisses me off because that's the entire point of limited run games existence, to be physical forever, to have the complete product on the disc. And unfortunately with that, you're going to have to wait. I mean, we're in an industry now where developers release now, fix later deal. That's the sad state of affairs. Even with games that do release relatively finished, it might have a bug here or two, and they'll have to patch it soon enough. Some of them patch it really quick, others they want to add on shit afterwards. So that kind of leaves limited run between a rock and a hard place. Like, yeah, they want to get the product out, I'm sure, in a reasonable amount of time to the consumers that pre-ordered it, but also they do have to adhere to the basis of their company's existence, having the complete game on disc or on cartridge. And I heavily criticize the fact that I know for a fact there are 3 games that don't do that. And who knows, there's probably more, but to me, that's what pisses me off. I'll wait, me personally, I don't mind, but I'll go out and buy those games digitally to have them if I really do want to play them. Some of them I could afford to wait. So
Right.
yeah, that's the issue with limited runs. I hope that they don't force limited runs to push out their games earlier, and more of these situations where it isn't a complete game yet,
Yeah, that's
on
why
disc.
I
Yeah.
don't like do any pre-orders with them anymore. Like I did one, and that was Jack and Daxter the Precursor edition, and it's obviously unopened, but like that took maybe, it might have been 4 months, I think. So like it's just one of those things that I just don't have the patience to wait, so I just don't do it at all.
Yeah.
But I get
No,
why
I
people
feel
do
you.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to me, physical media is like so fucking important. You know, I'm willing to buy games multiple times. Like I've kind of moved on to PC gaming, so it's one of those things where I'll buy it on Steam, but I'm probably gonna buy a physical copy on another format just because I
What
want
is
it.
this thing? What is this word you say? Buy? What is this word?
Buy physical media. This is a
What
lot
is
of
that?
things that buying games, it's stuff that
It's a
Oz is
bad word.
not very familiar with.
Word. Buy games? I know that
Oh
word.
god. But what you think about the fact that they now own Lord of the Rings? I mean, we have the Middle Earth, Shadow, Mordor games. A lot of people seem to have liked those two games that they released. I remember the second one had like some backlash because some weird shit that the company pulled. I forget who made those games. I'm actually about to look that up, but
I don't know. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I'm good.
I mean, Nuke Dukem over here says R.I.P. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I mean, at least Amazon isn't making the game, because they're putting out this Rings of Power shit, which doesn't adhere to any of Tolkien's work that it's based on. So, Lord of the Rings fans are hardcore fans. I didn't really know much because I haven't been involved in the franchise in any meaningful way. I will say I have a big respect for Tolkien fanboys and fangirls because they really are passionate, and I don't know, this could be a good thing. I don't know, but I do. A company that I like is Tripwire. I think they make decent games. I think Chivalry 2 is amazing. I haven't played it lately, but when it came out, I was pretty into that game for a while. I think you guys remember. And
Saber Interactive is pretty awesome. They make oh shit, that fucking zombie game. They made a Predator game, I do believe. Shit, what's the name of that zombie game?
they did Evil Dead, right?
Yeah, they did that too.
Okay, I'm looking it up right now. World War Z. That's what you said.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game.
They did Predator, right?
People. I don't see it here. Ooh, they did A Quiet Place. Remember that PlayStation game that was like the worst game on PS4? Period.
No,
But people like Evil Dead, so I don't know, man. Like, to me, I don't know where this industry is going, man. I think it's kind of scary to watch all this consolidation because I look at film. When I watch older movies, I see all these production companies that used to exist that don't really exist anymore, or they've been absorbed by all these giant corporations, and now they're under their flag. And basically, all of entertainment when it comes to film and television is basically owned by 5 companies, just 5.
Yep.
And look how
it's a small world.
Look at the massive depreciation of film, of television, all this shit over the past like fucking 15 years. Like, it's gotten pretty bad, at least in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but to me, like, if I go out to the movies, it's because most of the time I'm begged to. Like, I'd rather die than go to the fucking movies at this point. Like, I was planning to go to the movies to see the Dragon Ball movie with my friend, but we'd with her time schedule and my time schedule, it hasn't really been able to work out. But I don't feel like I'm missing anything. But I don't know, like, I'm scared because the industry is consolidating, and I feel like it's going down the same path as film and television. I don't know if you guys agree with that, or if you just wait to see.
It's all going to be in the cloud, folks. In the cloud.
Yeah, once physical becomes obsolete, I'll just be a PC only gamer and go from there.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I am preparing for the worst. I collect a bunch of games, old and new, things that I value and cherish, because I might become a retro gamer in the next 10 years. That's a prediction. I hope to be wrong. I hope to be open to anything. But if I feel as though there's some bullshit going on, like, I'm out. Like, I don't need your bullshit ass fucking games. Like, miss me with that shit. Like I stopped buying games day one on purpose to test if I really wanted them. And then after I forcefully didn't buy games day one, I just didn't buy them, period. Like, I bring up Returnal. That was a game that I thought was cool because it had, like, this alien thing going on. I thought it was interesting. I saw the game was $70 for a roguelike. And I'm just like, let me just not buy this. And I still haven't bought it because I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. I realized I didn't care, you know? VG has played Evil Dead. He said it's fun but hard. I haven't played it. I wanted to get it, but I believe it's an Epic Game Store exclusive.
I'm excited. Who's excited for Killer Clowns? Oh man, I'm excited. Sorry.
Oh my god, fanboy much. I saw Alpha Omega Sins make a video on it. He was hyped too. So
yeah.
At least
dude, that's awesome.
You're in good company, okay? Because Alpha Omega Sins has always been one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm so glad that he's back making content again. Like, it's good to have homie back doing his thing. I'm waiting for rant videos.
Right?
So I'm hoping he goes back to doing rant videos on some bullshit, you know? Yeah, but Dre Watson said, yeah, all of entertainment has been really mid. It's true. It's sad, but it's true.
Sad truth.
Damn, the Lords of Snoresville. Oh my god.
Yeah.
VG said I used to love going to the movies. Now I'm like, meh. Yeah, because it's like the content isn't good. If I'm gonna go see a good ass movie, okay, I'm cool for it. But like most movies, they look like shit. They look like downright fucking garbage. I'm sad to say it, but it's just the reality. VG said he watched some gameplay of the new Saints Row. I'm not impressed. I've voiced my thoughts on it. A lot of people were angry, and I just kept voicing my thoughts on it because it kept making people mad as fuck.
Good. Makes them matter.
But yeah,
the game looks like dog shit.
Yeah, but you know, let's just get into another topic that I talked on, but I want to beat people over the head with it. And that is the fact the Alphabet Mafia is policing mods now. So, Spider-Man PC dropped, and a modder was like, well, I want to make a mod that turns the gay pride flags in the game to American flags.
It's awesome.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, that it's a mod. Like many fucking others.
He's a patriot. Cheers him.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if you do shit like that, the Alphabet Mafia will smite you off of planet Earth. That's essentially what happened. Nexus Mods came out. Nexus Mods came out and banned the dude, fucking took down the mod, and basically told people that use their site that if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. That's essentially what they said. If you don't like it, delete your account and fuck off.
Okay, so
over a choice.
I want to clarify some of. So the issue with the person that uploaded the mod. The reason why they were banned was not because of the mod itself. They still were going to remove it, but the reason why he was banned was because he created a dummy account to upload the mod onto, and they found out who the person was. And once they found out who it was, then they banned him. They said initially, once they found out. They said if he just would have uploaded the mod on his main account, they just would have removed the mod and just gave him a warning. But because they purposely felt like he was being antagonistic in regards to using a dummy account, then they decided to just flat out ban him.
But I mean, when you make a sock account, I mean, that's the person's right to do that. Are they breaking any terms of service by doing that?
I think they just think that they think that they're assuming that you have malicious intent when you do it that way, as opposed to using your main account. So that's why they were they basically enforced it the way they did, because they assumed he didn't want to take credit for this. So he wanted to make an account to be able to upload this without being caught. And he was still caught anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I do get that. Typically when people do have sock accounts, it tends to be for nefarious reasons.
But here's my problem with this, though. What's so threatening about the American flag?
Yeah, I mean the backlash from it seems to be very heavy-handed. Um, why are they taking down this mod? Like to me, that's the most important thing about it. Why are
They
you
have
taking
an
down a
article
mod?
in regards to this. So in this section of the article, they say in regards to replacement of the pride flags in this game or any game, our policy is thus: we are for inclusivity, we are for diversity. If we think someone is uploading a mod on our site with the intent to deliberately be against inclusivity or diversity, we will take action against it. So that's essentially what their stance is that they're for the alphabet. So if
Yeah,
you
and I
But
digress.
isn't that
What is so threatening about the American flag?
but isn't that in itself being exclusive?
Yep.
I think it's a completely against diversity, because if someone is against that but they're not malicious in regards to not being supportive of it, I don't see any issue with that. There's a bunch of naked mods all over that website that they allow. You got people doing weird mods with like Lara Croft and Aloy and a whole bunch of other
Yep.
characters, and that's that's okay. Like that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But if someone takes a flag out and replaces it with an American flag, that's an issue. I
Yeah,
think
I
just
think
this is just all about people being sensitive. Like honestly, I don't see an issue with it. I think people should have the right to choose whatever they want. If someone doesn't agree with their lifestyle, I think they should have the right to be able to take action in regards to their entertainment and utilize it the way they want to. Now, they have
I
stated
think
if you want to get the mod from somewhere else and it's uploaded, you can use it, but we just won't allow it on our site. And that's fine, y'all own it. But yeah, I just don't agree with the fact that you're going to remove something just because it doesn't align with your thoughts. I think that's
yeah, I
weird.
mean they're on the PC platform, which is the 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 biggest reason I built my PC was for freedom, like to have my own freedom of choice, not to be told what to do. And you're basically saying that you want to police mods. And to me, it just starts here. Like, we never really
yep.
thought that this would ever be a big deal. But, you know, yesterday was, removing a mod that simply turns the gay pride flag to an American flag. Tomorrow, what's it going to be next? Are they going to remove all the big titty mods, all the nude mods and shit? I mean, this is all. Now we have to wonder, like, is Nexus Mod gonna essentially kill its own fucking website? Because it's like once you start here, it's like an erosion of the cliff. You know, yesterday was, well, we're not going to allow erasing the gay pride flag from a video game. Tomorrow, it's the next thing is, well, we're going to remove all these nude mods. It's just, then at that point you're just sanitizing your site. And to me, it's just, mods are to personalize a game to the player's taste. You know, like when it comes to removing the gay pride flag and replacing it with the American flag, there's not, there are people that are not part of the LGBT community. And to them, it doesn't really, it's not something that they can relate to. So to change it with an American flag instead is more personal to them. If they want to change, if someone in another country, like, let's say, England, for example, they want to change the flag to the American flag, bless you, you want to change the flag to the American flag instead, I mean, to the uh the UK flag instead, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Just let people do what they want to do. A mod is to make things uniquely to the player. To say that this mod is deliberately anti-LGBT is a step too far, in my personal opinion. Just because they don't directly support you doesn't mean that they're directly against you either. That's how I feel about it personally.
Yeah, I think
But
people don't like indifference. Like I don't have to dislike you to not want to deal with you, but the issue with this is I you when you start censoring and policing simple things then you take joy away from people and what hobbies they like to spend their free time with. A lot of people are hard, everyday, hardworking people. Excuse me. And to, everybody works. They do whatever they do to wind down in whatever form, whether it's that music or movies, TV, games. The things that you like and enjoy, you should be able to enjoy them the way that you choose to. So when you take away certain things from people that may not, you're not even harming anybody essentially when you have a mod like this, because it's a single player game. It's not like anyone's going to see it. So I thought it was weird.
Yeah, it's just excessive to me, man. The backlash from good job, Oz. But the backlash from
I'm muted.
No, you're not. No. Fucking goofy bitch.
Fuck it.
The backlash from this was completely unwarranted. It's just a person, like, people just personalizing the game to their liking. That's the point of mods. That's what makes PC so great. You can personalize the experience to you. You could take it as far as your knowledge goes. You don't have to have fucking companies, on your ass all the time. That's why, like, it's hard for me to go back to the PlayStation 5 after I built my PC. I want the freedom. Being told what to do just don't fucking work for me, period. And Nexus Mod is trying to tell motherfuckers what to do. I don't fucking like it. And shit, they told us if you don't like it, delete your account. I mean, shit. This is, we can use, what is it, the Banana website, Banana Mods, some shit like that. There's definitely other sites that give us mods. They could very much be replaceable. And I hope they do fucking know that. Since
it's
they
like
want to
the whole
act
term behind
disrespectful as shit.
PC. Personal computer. It's your personal fucking computer. It's yours.
I like the comment from Evil Bunnies, so we could address that real quick. Now, I appreciate that you stated that you are a part of it and you're not offended, but unfortunately, you're part of the minority, which are the minorities of this world. You're about 95% of the population, essentially. I mean, I appreciate that. And, salute to you. And essentially, whether you play it or not, the fact that this is available, it's an option. It's not something that you have to put in your game. It's just if you choose to. That's great. But a lot of them are offended by it because they think it's harmful. So
yeah, I mean, nobody died from this. They always want to say, like, this kind of rhetoric leads to the death of people that are a part of the LGBT community. It's like, fucking stop. It's almost like you want people to die in order to justify, like, your thought process. Stop it. It's fucking weird. Just let people live.
By having the American flag in that scenario, why did it offend you?
Yeah, like, when it comes down to it, I think they do hate the flag. Like, I can't say for sure, but there's so much vitriol from the American flag. And it's just like, look, America ain't perfect by any means. We are honestly, we are a project that's continuously in development. Like, how far America has come is a testament to the fact that we're still learning to be better. And ultimately, like, there has been no America before America. This is all just fucking trials and tribulations of being a unique country on this planet, And personally, while I personally don't really like the people that run our country, any of them really, I still like the American flag, and I think that it's kind of fucking disrespectful and stupid to hate the American flag when you live in America, anti-American Americans.
When you're playing an American game that's in New York City, just saying.
Yeah, it's just weird to me. And it's like one of those things where, look, if you want to replace the LGBT flags with American flags, go for it. If you want to put the gay pride flag everywhere, go for it. I don't give a fuck. If you want to put all these other flags in the game, or if you want to put all these other monikers in the game, fucking go for it. It's your personal single player experience.
But always remember, if it wasn't for that flag, you wouldn't have any other flags to be able to do that with.
I don't know, bro. That's a bit of a stretch.
What are you talking
I'm just
about?
saying. I'm talking about the flag means freedom, so you can put any type of flag you want to do it any way you want to do it.
I mean, but people can do that in other countries too. I'm just saying, bro.
That is true.
Now
But
apparently we can't.
do it in other countries and see what happens. Rocks, okay? Rocks.
Oh my god. But you know, look, man, when it comes down to it, you know, that is, I mean, you're saying throwing rocks, but you know, there are countries, man, where that people that are part of the LGBT, they have a target on their back at every point of their life. You know, I genuinely feel bad for these people in you know, in places like the Middle East where their life is always in threat just for being who they are. And as someone that like the biggest thing I always preach is, you know, just be yourself. Like do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like for me, I always make it a part to not tell people what to do because I don't want people to tell me what to do. You know, once you cross that line, I can say I have never told you what the fuck to do, so don't fucking cross the line, you know? And I do recognize that while America's not perfect, man, like
no, we're not.
In comparison to some of these other countries, man, it's not, you know, it makes America look pretty good. Like that flag, you know, it means work in progress, but we trying to do right. Whereas in some other countries, it's just straight up, you don't do what we tell you, you getting fucking hung or stoned or some other crazy ass shit, and it's completely okay.
Yep.
That's how I feel about it, man. Yes, Dre puts it perfect. Let Moz be Moz. Simple as that.
That's right.
This is not anti anything. It's just personalizing the experience to the user. That's the thing that I want to highlight. Same thing with Evil Bunny. Moz or Moz, one does not have to install. Exactly. You're not forced to do it. It's an option.
Nope.
That's the great thing about PC. You have options.
Yep.
But yo, like we need to, when it comes to these people that like to talk shit, that want to police us, we need to mock and shame them. Fucking literally tell them to go fuck themselves. Show them that they don't have power here. The more you show them that, the more you undermine their power, the more people will undermine their power. So, you know, it always takes that first person to step up to the plate, but I encourage people to do so. You know, that's why I personally I shit on companies I don't fucking like when they do something I don't like, and I try to hold true to that shit, even if it means like some people may not like me for it because they're part of the cheerleading squad for this particular organization or company. Like, nah, fuck out of here with that shit. I don't care. You know, and people think that they can sway me. Like, no, period. Fuck you. You know, don't tell me what to do. And that's my final thoughts on it. If you guys have any other final thoughts on this situation.
No, man, just let people use whatever they want. Like, so apparently there's a mod, and we'll finish it off here. There's a mod that you could use Uncle Ben's tombstone as Spider-Man in the game. So
you could play as his tombstone.
You can play as his tombstone in the game. So
it's amazing.
Rest in peace, Uncle Ben. He's a real one.
Do anything you want.
He's alive and well as a tombstone.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
The tombstone just swinging across the city, saving people.
Yes.
I wish there was a tombstone pizza. That would be hilarious.
Or it could be Tombstone the movie with Doc Holliday, man. That's good.
Me too.
I ain't mad about that one.
It's just a DVD case just swinging.
Right.
Yes, there's been some interesting discussion of mods when it comes to Spider-Man. Everyone knew it was going to be interesting, the shit that they were going to do. But I didn't think they were expecting some of the shit that has happened to happen thus far. So even when we expect things to go a certain way, it still somehow manages to be fucked in some way, shape, or form. Expect the worst, and they will, and modders will upstage you. But yeah, guys. Moving on to the final topic of the night, and I wanted this to be the final topic because at the end of the day, we about games. You know, a lot of people will probably say that our first topic upstage the rest of the show, but I don't care because we are talking about Gamescom because it's about the games. You know, we're gamers, we play games, we get excited when we see new games. So, what are you guys excited for? Haven't watched Gamescom? Like anything that really struck your eye?
Lies of P is probably the most anticipated game, even though it looks like a Bloodborne copy. It's still an interesting looking concept, so I'm interested in that. I'm trying to. What else did they show that I'm interested in? What is it called? The Chinese game?
Oh, where
When
winds
Winds Meet?
where winds meet.
Yeah, Where Winds Meet. That game
Yeah.
that looks interesting as well. I
Crazy.
like that a lot from what I saw. It's obviously a work in progress. It still needs to, they need to iron out some things, but you can see that it has potential to be something interesting. So those are the two games that stood out to me in regards to Gamescom so far.
What you asked?
Lives of Peace coming to Games Pass.
You that isn't even a game you're into, but since it's coming to Games Pass, now you hyped.
I'm not playing that. Lives of, then it's not the Lives of P, it's the Lives of T. Use your imagination why I called that.
We need to get soundboard like from whenever things happen, and you
Mob. Soundboard. That's
I
right.
think so. A lot of people are trying to tell me that the main character in Lies of P is still a boy. I don't believe them. I mean, admittedly I'm kind of confusing. Like, you know, some people mistaken me for a boy, and it's fine. I get it. I wear the fucking hat. I dress in boys' clothes, you know, more often than not.
It's
admittedly,
called
so
a tomboy, everybody.
But I'm fucking confused by this character. Even me, of all people. Is it a boy or is it a girl?
He calls him son at the end. That's all I have to say.
Is it supposed to be gender non-specific on purpose?
Yeah, that's they. You call them they.
You
call them
they, them.
They them.
So Pinocchio's made of.
They don't know. They them. That's cool.
So it's gonna be a female, right? So it's gonna be a female made out of wood.
Sure, we'll go with that.
At this point, especially when it comes to the gaming community, I feel like my eyebrows permanently just raised every day. Like, just highly confused. This Lies of P game has heavily confused me. I think we are playing as Pinocchio. Is that confirmed the case?
Yes.
Why does he look like a little bitch though?
Because I don't know.
It's
Pinocchio.
Weird situation.
Pinocchio. I don't know.
From the initial announcement or the initial thing that we saw, what was that, like 9 months ago? To now, it's like, what did they do with this character? Why does it look very, you know what the word is? It looks androgynous. Like, it's an androgynous looking character. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like the character definitely looked more masculine in the early video footage that I seen. So I thought that they gender swapped the character. I was just like, oh, okay, it's a girl now, or you get to choose. Yeah, like we were all pretty convinced. So I mean, I don't want to make that a topic of discussion, the gender of the character.
Atomic Heart.
Okay, yeah, I saw the trailer for that. It does look pretty sick. It definitely does.
It's probably my most anticipated game so far.
Okay.
Yeah, he is supposed to be Pinocchio.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So Dead Island 2, what was it? Dead Island 2? That also looked interesting. And we saw gameplay as well. Like, you know who the biggest what the biggest perpetrator was of this conference? CGI trailers. Like CGI
Oh
trailers are
man.
the worst thing that you could show for any game because it gives us an idea of what the game is, but we don't get the actual gameplay, which is the most important aspect of it in the first place. Showing me what the game would look like with CGI is not that doesn't do anything for me. I want actual gameplay so I can get an understanding of what the experience is going to be so that I may be interested in it. You show me a concept, sure, that's cool, but that doesn't do anything. I need gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel the same way. More so because now developers fake gameplay, and it's like, okay, so now we fake the gameplay. CGI trailers are absolutely meaningless. They mean absolutely nothing to me. It's infamous that this amazing, gorgeous ass CGI trailer comes out, and you're like, oh my god, this looks luscious. It looks amazing. This world, these characters, the colors, and then you get a fucking top-down game that looks like a phone game, and you're just like, huh? So stop with the CGI trailers, please. Like, at least give us anything after that. Like, if it's even snippets of gameplay, something. Because CGI trailers absolutely meaningless to me. Gameplay is king. I will say it every time.
I'm actually a little interested in Arkham Knights.
Ugh.
Because Clayface looks awesome.
Ugh.
The fact that you said that just fucked me up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, hey, cut the show.
I don't think it looks bad.
Yeah.
The show's over. I don't think it looks bad.
Listen, I think it. Look, optics for you look bad. You don't buy games. You gonna buy Gotham Knights, the one game that's gonna bait you?
I'm making a baby.
You know how crazy that makes you look, bro?
I said it doesn't look bad. I said I was interested. I said I could buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. You know that for a fact.
So how are you playing?
Exactly. I'm not buying it.
He just loves to talk to talk. He just wants to
kick him out.
Yes,
Sorry,
I
Red
agree
Hood.
with Red Hood. I should kick him out. I should. That's crazy. And he's literally Red fucking Hood, and he thinks that the game looks like dog shit. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. Okay, the resident fucking DC Comics fanboy says fuck no.
I said I was excited by Clayface. That's one thing I was excited about. Because Clayface looked cool. That's it. It's nice to see Clayface in the video game.
I'm excited for Game Pass to fail just to force you to buy video games again. Just to fuck with you. But for me, look, I know, look, I don't think I'm going to get far in Callisto Protocol, but it's fucking awesome.
It does.
I wonder how, at this point, with these types of games, it's how far will I get until I'm so fucking scared that I immediately back out and delete the game off my hard drive out of fear. That's typically how it goes to me.
Yeah, you have a
Dark Tide's cool
habit of not finishing horror games.
Because I get fucking scared. They're very effective. Let's put it that way. To me, I think that they're very good at their job. So much so that I quit. But, like, the thing is, like, I love horror films. Like, you guys know I love horror films. Like, I don't have problems sitting through horror films. So, naturally, I love horror games in terms of the concept, in terms of the atmosphere. But, like, the interaction, the fact that I interact with it scares the fuck out of me. Like, some of these games with the music, with the atmosphere, they are very effective at getting me practically piss myself. So
and this is why you need to stream a horror game on stream. You need to play a horror game on stream so we can witness this.
You can play the.
You set it up for yourself now.
Okay, so we have a bot in the chat. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I guess I made it. So everyone gets those bots. That typically has a little bit of a following. I have officially made it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I want to thank everyone in the chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I've officially made it. We now have the sex bots in my chat. That only happens when they deem it worth the fuck. They thought that my little following was worth a damn, so I made it. I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat. Without you, this
You
would
made
not
it,
be
everybody.
possible. We've made
What
it.
is the
We have
sex box
sex
in it?
box.
Can we
We have
entertain it?
sex bots in the chat now. Thank you. I
Is it
appreciate y'all so much.
what kind of sex bot is it?
Don't worry, viewers. Next podcast will be sponsored by Live Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? And then get that sponsorship, man. We got
Y'all terrible. But the game I am most interested in is Where Winds Meet. Now, given the frame rate was a little sus, but I see the potential. Like fucking Spider-Man Mo literally said, it's fucking a Chinese Jesus running on water.
Yeah, I saw that on water.
Like immediately when I saw that game, I'm like, this is some Inuyasha shit right here. And I've always wanted an Inuyasha video game, like in modern day, because they did have a few in the past, but I want it to be like more so instead of the fighting game that they did. I didn't play the RPG. That's a game I'm actually seeking out. That was on PS2. But I would love a third person Inuyasha type game. Obviously, Inuyasha's Japanese. This is Chinese, but look, man, that's the kind of vibe that I got. And that game is sick. Just the way that this person was running around. Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite last gen games. It definitely gave me Ghost of Tsushima vibes, but actually having powers. The world design looks really cool. The characters, the fact
I just
that
want to
they
run
got
on
powers.
water.
You want to run?
You want to run on water?
I just want to know what it's like to be Jesus.
Jesus Christ, you God.
I just want to know what it feels like, man. Yo, do you remember that fucking bullshit ass fighting game that came out like many years ago? I think it was on the Switch that had all of like the religious deities fighting against each other. It was like fucking
God was
Jesus,
globe.
Jesus and
God,
Muhammad fighting.
God, Jesus could fight God. It's amazing. It's like how is this?
Oh my god,
bruh!
That shit was so stupid.
It's like Mother Teresa smacking up the Pope, and it's great, bro.
Word, yo, we was kind of bored watching Gamescom, but when Where Winds Meet, when they showed that, I was like, okay. Oh, so the event's still going on. Like that game looks fucking sick.
And you know what? The event was actually decent. It was actually good. So
you know what? When they showed gameplay, like the gameplay looked at least decent. For me, like the Xbox event, I was thoroughly pissed off because I felt like like every game that they would show off, they preached, man, gameplay. And it's like, okay, you delivered that, but all of the gameplay looked fucking horrible. Like it looked disgusting. Starfield looked atrocious.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
It was bad, man.
You know what the worst game of 2023 is going to be? Starfield. I'm calling it now.
I mean, on console,
on Game Pass.
I was having a moment. All right.
Nah, you're gonna play it. Don't worry.
Of course, you're gonna download
no, I'm not
it.
Playing
play
that.
it. It's gonna be a shitty experience on console, but on PC, it could stand a chance. You know, with the real developers, the modding community. You know, if the modding sites don't shut it down, you know, that's what we have to deal with nowadays.
Yeah, they'll shut it down for you fixing the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Dre said, "Yeah, Where Winds Meet. That's another one that's going to be crazy." Yes, and yes, Nuke Dukem. I would love an Inuyasha game in modern day. So anything that gives me those vibes.
Listen, if they mod the character to be Jesus, I'll play it. That'd be hilarious. Please do it.
Yeah.
Somebody. Yeah.
I mean, someone somewhere would be willing to do it. Future said 30 FPS on Series X for Starfield. F in the chat.
Yeah, I called it, folks. Worst game of 2023.
F in the fucking chat. Yeah. But, another game that looks interesting is Dead Island 2. I know
that's pretty cool.
TJ specifically, you're kind of like iffy on it. I believe, right?
I'm not iffy. I'm in the game. As a matter of fact, you
He's
saw
in the
me.
game. Oh, yeah, he's
Yes,
By the
yes, I want
way,
to congratulate you, sir.
Congratulations. Thank you.
You're the main
this stream is
character in
sponsored
the
by Dead
game.
Island 2.
I don't know. I don't know how you managed to slip that one by. I mean, you know,
Hey man,
that's pretty
I
crazy.
didn't say what I was working on. You know what I'm saying? But thank you.
It was a
Gotta
good
get you
reveal.
grinded.
I think you saved the game, sir. So I think that
You did.
the company should pay you
This
some more
trailer was
money.
sponsored by him.
They should drop
DJ.
money bags on your front door. You know, all that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm
All
like
that good stuff.
McDuck right now. Like, trust me, it's all good.
That's good.
I'm just glad
It's
they taking
good.
care of you. Future said congratulations,
Uh-huh.
TJ. Yes,
Hey,
we're
thank
happy for you. There ain't no hate here. We support our peoples, and one of our peoples made it. So congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Sir.
But in all seriousness, the game looks like
Cool.
the game looks interesting. I'm definitely interested in the game. That trailer definitely sold me. They picked a great song. They had obviously it was a
Yes,
trailer,
cool
so
in the gang. Yes.
we were happy about the CG trailer. But then they were like, you know what? Let's show gameplay, and they immediately went to it. They didn't wait until some next event, so I appreciate them doing that. And they announced the game in like what 2015, 2016 or something like that. So
Yeah,
the
I
fact that it's
remember.
taking all these years for them to finally actually show something and then announce
It's
a
not
release,
February.
I thought that was cool.
It's not February. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit coming out in February. It's gonna be next year is gonna be crazy, man. Start saving now if you're excited for a bunch of these games, because that like next year, that's where everything is set to drop. So pick wisely or start saving now, because it's been dry as fuck
Choose
out
your
here.
mic.
Besides a couple of games coming out, it's kind of like eh. But yeah, Dead Island 2 to me. I didn't think the game was ever going to come out. A couple of times I looked up where the status of the game was because I was interested in it naturally, since I like zombie games, and I did notice that it was switching hands constantly. And that's probably my biggest concern about the game. Despite me liking what I did see, the game looks fun. It looks like the first Dying Light, but a little more colorful, which is cool. I don't mind that. I love the CG trailer as well as the gameplay trailer. The CG trailer, hey, I love Cool in the Gang. If you're gonna put in like artists that I'm in love with, for me, a lot of these artists are forgotten, especially when I talk to people my own age. So you're gonna be pushing Cool in the Gang. I'm naturally, my ears is gonna open wide, because it's like, wait, other people listen to this music that I listen to. Holy shit. So that's cool. The main character, I mean, he looks cool. I'm down to play as him. It's not yet another fucking Karen wine drinking white lady protagonist. So I support it naturally. I'm kind of tired of seeing the same type of female protagonist that's a white wine drinking Karen. So anything that's not that at this point, I'm interested in. I just feel like they're just boring ass characters at this point, But the gameplay looks fun, so I'm interested. But I realized that this game has switched hands a lot, so there's a bit of cautious optimism there. So
Yeah, anytime a game has been in development hell and has traded hands multiple times, it usually turns out to be really bad. You could think of Aliens. What was it? Aliens, Colonial Marines, Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh,
like there's so many. Like there's a few. That's just a few examples of what games have changed hands multiple times and then eventually came out, and it was usually it was critically panned. It was for good reason. So, I mean, this has been in development hell for years as well. So it's one of those games where you have to just be wary.
congrats, Combo Man.
Hey man, thank you, man. I made it.
Hey,
So you buy that game so I can get my money. Thank you.
Look, we're all making it. She got boxing in the video game. Where's my sponsorship? Come on.
Gotta get that
Game
sponsorship.
Pass is waiting on you.
I will say though, so I know something that nobody is talking about in regards to Gamescom is the Dying Light 2 DLC. Now, I kind of dropped Dying Light 2, but I will say that DLC trailer kind of has me tempted to fuck around and try to finish the game, because it looks like fun. It looks like fun. I'm glad that they're still trying with Dying Light 2. It's not a bad game, but it's not a good game either. It's just sitting on that okay, especially like, with the whole launch being kind of shaky. And it's sad because I really loved the first Dying Light. I think we all did. There was something to enjoy. It wasn't a perfect game, but that was that game that I remember that made me feel like, oh man, this is next gen. Like you can go anywhere that you can climb. Like that was that was a rare thing until then, like there was always like these invisible barriers or like these walls that were specifically here just because you're not allowed to go here. And Dying Light was just like, if you can climb it, you can get there. That was what was absolutely sick about that game. So,
and actually felt dangerous. Like I felt dangerous. Like I got to get into a safe place at a dark or I'm fucked.
Yeah, I love the first Dying Light. Dying Light 2 is disappointing, but I think that like he's Mario.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see that they haven't given up. It seems like they definitely have a lot of content planned for the game. Hopefully that makes it better. I'm gonna seriously sit down sometime maybe this coming week and try to get back into it. I did try to get back into it before, but getting back into the swing of how the game's played is kind of like a pain in the ass. So it's like one of those things where I have to be in the mood for it, sort of deal. Because I do love zombie games and I do want to like the game. I do also love RPGs, but I just don't think that co-op and RPG mixes. It's just a very strange case for Dying Light 2 that I really want to like. So I'm going to continue to try, but maybe the DLC will kind of win me over. But you're excited for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, right, Oz?
Yeah. Looks pretty awesome. Oh, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
Horror's getting love again. I'm happy.
Yeah. I do hope that with the fact that there's a resurgence of like these like 80s/90s films becoming video games, that they kind of do something a little bit different from the whole hide and seek moniker. At least like, some could do that, but also try do something else too. But this is cool. I mean, there's
Go watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space, please. It's a cult classic.
Oh God,
please.
I haven't seen it.
Please watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, bro. I
no, really
I don't know if
awesome.
I'll be watching. I mean, maybe it's awesome. I don't know if I can get into that shit though. So, hey, who knows? I guess I've watched weirder shit. But any games you guys think look sus as fuck from Gamescom?
I'm trying to think. Anything? What's
Moving Out
from the Rick and Morty creator?
Moving Out doesn't look like a bad game. It's just not for you.
Was it High on Life?
Yeah, High on Life.
Yeah,
Rick and Morty looking game.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not high on that game.
I saw some more gameplay. I'm actually excited for it.
I'm sure you are.
It looks funny.
Yeah, you're high on that.
Is it a game? It's a Game Pass game, right?
Absolutely.
That's why you're excited.
Yeah.
If you had to buy that game, if you had to buy the game, would you be excited? Would you want to get it?
I'd probably still buy it for like $40. Yeah,
man, stop lying. You wouldn't buy that game.
I would.
Uh-huh. Oh no, I'm looking at you sideways. Fuck.
Be high on ice.
I would. It's funny. Like I saw.
Yeah, Andre feels the same way. He thinks it looks kind of sus. Yeah.
It looks funny. I saw some more gameplay and it's got a lot of sense of humor.
What's good, homie? How's it going, bro? But yeah, that game definitely looks sus. Sonic Frontiers to me looks sus.
I don't care.
It's like it's almost the shame is it looks like they're close to something decent, but they just didn't quite hit it with that game. I mean, at the end of the day, I haven't played it. It's just I don't know. There's just something about it that gives me weird Sonic 06 vibes. And it's like, I don't want to have those vibes, but I kind of can't help it. I don't know why.
It looks like they're trying to make Sonic into Dark Souls. It looks weird.
Yeah, no, I don't. Look, as somebody who used to be I played Sonic from, that was the first game I recall as a kid, Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis. Seeing what he is now, just put a gun to his head and just end it. Like, I'm serious. Just end it. Just end them. It's over. Like, there's nothing left.
With Sonic?
Like, the movies are fine because The movie, they went 2 for 2 for the movies, but the games are always a dud.
Yeah,
Like,
unless
they're
they're
not
made
good.
by fans. Because
Yeah, so
Sonic
Sonic
Mania,
Mania was the last one that, like, Sonic Mania was a fan-made game that Sega actually sanctioned and allowed to be published for everybody to buy. That game is great. Didn't finish it, but it is great. But anything that they've done that they've developed themselves is garbage.
yeah, what's good, Society? He still hasn't beaten Sonic Spinball.
If you haven't beat that game, came out what, 93, 94? If you haven't beaten it, just it's fine.
It's over. It's over, bro. You didn't want to beat it to begin with.
Sonic
let
Dr. Robotnik. Spoiler alert. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. We truly don't give a fuck about your feelings here. I think TJ just proved it. Another game that sus to me, and not because I played the previous game, but there's a Tales of the Borderlands sequel. And I believe Red Hood was the dude that pointed out the fact that it's being made by Gearbox and not by the Telltale company. And it's like Gearbox can't write a fucking good story to save their life. So I'm more than convinced that's going to be a piece of shit, which is a shame because a lot of people really like Tales of the Borderlands. I played the mass majority of Telltale games. I didn't play that one. I'll consider playing it at some point, but not right now. Just the fact that I'm sorry, I just think Gearbox is a piece of shit company.
I mean, look who's running
that one game.
Look at Ready Pitch for it. Like,
yeah,
everybody forgot about that thumb drive with all the kid. I'm not even gonna say it. Let me just. Yeah. hey. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot we was on YouTube for a second. I had to hold back.
Where's that soundboard?
Right, you need a soundboard. This thing got a thumb drive.
Have you watched an Instagram video where this dude always plays this soundbite that's
I haven't, but we need something like that.
Would you please stand by?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But I was talking to Ozzknot about the gameplay we saw for the AEW game. We're kind of fractured on how we feel about it. I was saying that it looks better than I thought it would, and he's just like, no, fuck this game.
No. When Big Show looks like a giant turkey walking around, I'm done. He looks like a giant penguin. I'm good, bro.
Isn't that supposed to be the charm of a game that's supposed to be of an N64 game? Or
nah, it's just that's disrespectful to No Mercy. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, to me,
and thank God for mods for making that game even better now. Thanks.
So here's the thing: the game is definitely not a $60 game. They're gonna charge $60 for it, but it ain't fucking worth $60. Now, just judging it, to me, it looks like a $40 game. Do I think it looks bad? No, I think that the animations look better than I thought they would, but that's not the quality of a AAA title. So
no, the riff looks okay. We'll give it that.
Yeah. Society said AEW looks like a 3D version of an N64 game.
Dude, that's disrespectful to No Mercy.
Well, damn. Yeah, Future says Tales of the Borderlands was better than Borderlands 3 story-wise. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Tales of the Borderlands, but I believe you, because I don't think it can get any fucking worse than Borderlands 3. What a piece of shit story.
What the hell was that one game they showed with that chick? She was like a cat. It was kind of like not like a brawler, but it was almost like a Devil May Cry or something game.
That was like a cat.
What was it called? Hellcat or something?
Are you talking about Project Eve? Or are you talking about some event that one of the games from Gamescom itself?
Yeah. Because TJ even pointed it out. It was Hellcat something. What the fuck was it called? Actually, looked pretty cool.
I'm looking at the list. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Hogwarts Legacy. I think the game looks good. I'm just not a Harry Potter fan, but I mean, if everything
Biomutant, is that what you're referring to?
No, you're actually playing.
It does. Hogwarts Legacy does not need multiplayer. What the fuck?
Needs multiplayer.
Do you want it?
Harry Potter has friends.
You don't even play MMOs, you fuckhead. Why would you want multiplayer?
I don't.
Exactly. So what is this argument? Because it's like if a game like that is gonna be a multiplayer, it's gonna be a massive multiplayer online game.
Okay, and what aspect of it would you play online anyway? Like, if it's not even the MMO, if
There's
it's
a lot
just
to do.
where you can go to different lobbies for different things in the game, like maybe a Quidditch match or something, is that what you're gonna do? Like, what exactly are you doing in the game?
You go to dungeons just like you do in the RPG game.
Dungeons.
That's what Harry Potter does. He goes into dungeons.
Play RPG games. Go fuck yourself, okay?
I do sometimes.
I do sometimes.
Sometimes.
This motherfucker, he.
What the hell is it called? Castle thing. I'll look it up.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. So, Dune Awakening CGI trailer. Fuck out of here with that shit. Everywhere. Metaverse,
oh, you mean the sleep apnea simulator? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I don't care about the game, man. Get that out of my face.
Oh my god. I'm confused with this Lords of the Fallen game because that originally was a shitty fucking Dark Souls clone. Yeah, Souls ripoff, and now it's like they're remaking it because they know it's a piece of shit. Is them acknowledging that it's a piece of shit and them taking it to the drawing board?
Yeah, they're like, you know what, we're gonna retcon, we're gonna reboot and just act like the other game didn't happen.
Yeah, pretty much, because they're just calling it Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah, they put the in front of it, the Lords of the Fallen at this point.
The real game.
Different.
Goat Simulator 3. That's a game Oz would definitely play. It's typically
no.
I would play it. I played the first game.
No.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Atlas Fallen? Is that it?
What is that?
No.
I'm trying to find. I'm just basically I'm looking on the list that they had. Pink. Oh, the Dark Tide game looked cool. Warhammer Dark Tide. That does look pretty cool. The star of the show is Hideo Kojima coming to yet another event and announcing no game.
Spotify exclusive podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because
for something.
We totally love gaming celebs showing up with no games. But I don't know the game that you're referring to.
Hey, let's be honest.
What's it called?
Oh, Phantom Hellcat.
Phantom Hellcat.
Yeah, Phantom Hellcat. Look dope.
Third person hack and slash combo chain.
We need to address something real quick. Hey, Jeff Keighley, just get down on one knee and propose to Kojima. It's okay. It's 2020.
It's okay.
No one's going to do. You love him. Right. He apparently loves you.
You love him.
Like, you need a translator for your wedding. It'll be fine. It's okay. No one's gonna fault you. You have to say his vows in Japanese. You need a translator. It's cool.
Yeah.
And Norman Reedus is gonna be the best man, so it's fine. So yeah.
I think I stream it on Game Pass. All right. Everybody can
stream it on game. It'll be a DLC in Death Stranding.
Yeah, it's gonna be a DLC, all right.
If you're implying that there's gonna be a buyable porno of this, you're sicker fuck than I thought.
The Flower Girl's gonna be that baby from Death Stranding.
The fetus in the tube.
Right.
I don't even know what to say. This went further. This joke went a lot further than I thought. Oh snap! The sex bot is back. We made it again.
What kind of sex bot is it? We should talk to it.
It's like love chat, best adult dating site, and then post the link. Wow. Yes, thank you, sex bot, for proving that I've made it.
I know a certain individual probably gonna try it.
Oh my god, here come our homie Christian. He said, "Fuck Sony for the price increase, bruh. You could have had a PlayStation 5 for the longest, and you chose to fuck around and find out. And Sony said, "Okay, you about to find out."
The Xbox is like, "We got you, baby. Just come on over." Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Axis is a perfect example of him probably saying, fuck Sony and getting an Xbox. I wouldn't be surprised.
All you do is play Call of Duty anyway, so come over.
Yeah, he was already like kind of in the middle. Like, I can get a PlayStation or an Xbox. It don't really matter much to me, sort of deal. I wouldn't blame him. I mean, the kid's in college, you know. I don't know.
I should have got one.
But when I was in college, I didn't really have much money, man. I remember selling some of my 3DS games to get new games, and I know you guys know what money I was using to get me a PS4 at the time.
Yeah, we're not gonna discuss that.
We ain't gonna discuss that here, but you guys know the
hard
story.
Hard times.
Yes. Yeah, yo, so oh man, I forget his name. Fucking hell. Oh man, that's sad. I do fucking podcasts with him all the time, but homie said, and maybe someone in the chat remember, but this dude called PS5 the Inflation Station 5.
Inflation Station 5. Because we never want you to get Inflation Station 5 because we never want you to get one. Financially or locally.
Shit. I was dead, bro. Oh, fucking Death Singer. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, bro. I know he probably ain't here, but Death Singer's a cool ass dude. I'm assuming he's from the UK, but he literally coined the term Inflation Station 5, and he's PC Master Race, so all the more reason to give a shout out to Death Singer. Oh man, but yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about in regards to Gamescom overall?
The PlayStation controller looked pretty interesting.
The PlayStation controller?
The DualSense, what is it called?
Pretty interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, did I write it down?
Yeah, they should have jumped
more buttons
with that design. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Less buttons too. That's all I need.
I didn't write it down. But yeah, the Pro controller that they have, it looks interesting.
That doesn't look bad.
For me, it's whatever. The white PS5 itself, I was just like, it looks okay, whatever, you know. But I don't know. I mean, at least it fixes my concern. So it fixes the issue where you can just immediately switch out the thumbsticks. That's a big plus. But what about the fucking triggers, bro? Like, I know Blake, our homie Blake, he already been through quite a few controllers because of the fucking triggers and the whole I don't know what they call that shit, but
haptic feedback.
Not the haptic feedback, but the trigger resistance feature.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate that feature.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, for some single player games, it's cool, but I inevitably turn it off because it's such a fragile fucking part of the controller that I don't want to risk ruining the controller just to get resistance on a trigger.
Yeah, I find it annoying. So when I had first gotten, I think it was Call of Duty Cold War, which, you know, it's whatever. But I had I switched the buttons. I didn't want to use R2 and L2 to aim and shoot. I had to switch to R1 and L1 because if you use the back triggers, like, it would give resistance and it would actually, like, it would cause you to get killed based on how you would, you know, the resistance of the, as if you're using an actual trigger on a gun. It's like, I didn't think that was a good idea at all. So I had to switch.
You could turn it off in the settings, though.
I didn't know if you could turn it off, but at that time, I was just like, I was just going to switch the buttons and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like you're at a heavy disadvantage because, I mean, they literally make scuff controllers that give you hair triggers. Literal fucking hair triggers. You're dealing with motherfuckers that'll pay $250 for a controller that does that shit. And then we're assholes here using the fucking resistance triggers. Like, no, we have to turn that shit off. It's a wrap. Like, you're at a severe disadvantage with this shit. But
Yeah,
I think that it looks cool. But
I was gonna say I tried to use keyboard and mouse on PlayStation, but then I instantly became depressed, so I decided to not do that anymore. I can't do it. No,
oh my god,
like a keyboard and mouse
He's like,
frames is disgusting. I had to stop.
he's like, what is that hotline number? Okay.
yeah, I never tried that. I don't think I ever could. Oh my god, but using so I think I'm getting used to using keyboard and mouse to the point where it is affecting my ability to use controller.
That's funny.
And it's kind of sad because I had recently, like, because of playing Call of Duty Cold War, like, I trained my senses to play these multiplayer games and be good at them. And now that training has decreased substantially, and now I'm great at nothing. I'm not great at the controller anymore. I'm not great at mouse and keyboard anymore. Now I fucking suck.
So you're pretty much lemonade. Cool.
See, this is my thing. When people compare me to stop comparing me to other people. I don't like this shit. Okay, I'm one of a kind. Okay. I think I'm the only motherfucker that's gonna play Fortnite and listen to Diana Ross while doing it. Okay, like if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. All right.
Hey, I listen to Backstreet Boys sometimes. Don't judge me.
Boys.
Hey, they got some hits. Tell me why.
No, they do.
See, there you go.
That's the shame of it all.
You got some hits.
But yeah, at this point, I don't know. Anything else you want to add real quick? Because we're about to wrap it up at this point. About to hit the 2-hour mark.
Disney's gonna have an event.
Man, fuck Disney. Okay. Already. Time you turn around, Disney is releasing some bullshit ass TV show or movie, some bullshit that I'd rather die than see. And I know you probably said that shit just to piss me off because you already know that I think that is the most evil fucking corporation hiding behind the face of fucking mouth. Okay?
Come on, Cassie.
What's stick riding on like Disney? Why are you corporate shilling today? Like, what's up with you?
Corporate shilling. I'm
yeah, like, why are you corporate shilling? Like, let's be honest. Like between Xbox, like between Microsoft and Disney.
Xbox and Disney.
Master Chief in the front and Mickey Mouse in the back. Like,
it's a small.
Are you just talking about the shirt that he's wearing, or is this getting very sexual?
No, that was sexual.
I was gonna say this.
You getting rammed on both ends.
That's right. It's right. It's a happy ending. You do it. It's a happy ending.
I'm concerned. Jesus. But,
that's right.
Any games in the immediate future y'all looking forward to? Like that are coming out relatively shortly. I know it's
relatively soon.
Yeah, I know it's been dry, but I have a game personally I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you guys.
So this year, I'm already playing two of the games that I wanted to play. So I have Rollerdrome, which I'm enjoying. It's like Tony Hawk with guns, and then Midnight Fight Express. TMNT came out, so I'm happy about that.
Oh yeah.
In terms of what's coming out, like that hasn't released yet, Callisto Protocol, obviously God of War Ragnarok, and there's an indie game that's kind of in the realm of Resident Evil called Signalis. I'm interested in that, and Evil West, which was unfortunately delayed and is going to get obliterated by Ragnarok. Evil West, what I'm looking forward to as well.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a good game and word of mouth will help it get out there. You know, because it does look interesting for sure, and it would suck if a good game is cannibalized by a great game. You know, Oz, anything in the immediate future you're looking forward to?
Atomic Heart, which is supposed to come out this year. Fingers crossed.
What game?
Atomic Heart is supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
God of War is number one. What else? Nothing from Nintendo. What else? I don't know. That's pretty much it.
For me, the main game I'm hyped for that's coming out next week at this point, I think so, is Destroy All Humans 2, the game that respects the fan base and respects the property. You know, unlike Saints Row, where the devs totally just shit on their old fan base and then release the broken game.
I respect them, but fuck THQ for not making fucking Darksiders 4. Go fuck themselves.
I mean, it could still be happening, you know. I mean, for me though, Destroy All Humans 2, Destroy All Humans.
You made an event all about mobile games that suck. See, two games are probably decent on there. That horror game looked kind of cool. Destroy All Humans looked fucking badass. But the game that literally put you back onto the map that made you famous again, nope. Nothing to see here, folks.
I mean, you know, the THQ event was pretty disappointing.
It was fucking like stupid.
I almost forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much that was memorable about it, but
your community is begging for a fucking fourth one for years.
They might be working
ever
on
since
it,
last one came out. People have been begging for a fourth one.
I mean, you know, well, let's see. Hopefully they'll revisit it. You know, I'm hoping for y'all because I know that there's a community there. You know, but at the end of the day, when it's ready, it's ready. You know, a lot of people want games now, and then it's like, well, they give you games now, and then they're broken.
I know.
It is,
but just like a teaser, something. Not a fucking South Park teaser. Fuck out of here, South Park. It's old.
Yeah. I mean, people still love South, bruh. You know, every time I go to my best friend's house, all we end up doing is watching South Park. And it's like, can we watch anything else? Because I'm not really big into South Park.
You want to pique my fucking interest? Give me a fucking new Beavis and Butthead game. I'm down for that. I'm down. I'm fucking down. Let's go.
What can they do? Would it be like one of them story games specifically? Like, I mean, I don't know too much about Beavis and Butthead.
They're stupid. They can think of anything. Look at South Park.
What kind of game would that be?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, but I just want it. It needs to happen.
Look, man. Bottom line is, Destroy All Humans is a franchise I thought was gonna stay dead forever, and the first remake is awesome. They kept the same audio, which to me personally is a good thing because everything that returns ends up being watered down. So the fact they kept the old audio is a big deal to me. 2 looks like it's gonna be just as good or better than 1. The fact that they dropped last gen hardware because they wanted to be more ambitious with 2 is awesome. I'm excited for the game. The game is really cool. It takes place in like fucking hippie 60s. I like that a lot. So I'm hyped for it as an old fan. I hope, you know, people that never played the games try out the new ones. You don't have to play the old ones. The new ones, at least the first new game, relatively adheres to the original game pretty well. It really looks very pretty. It's just juvenile fun. It's awesome. 2 looks like it's going to be the same. And I love THQ Nordic for revisiting these games. I think that it's awesome, you know. In a time where, personally for me, new games that have come out are just meh. Like, they don't really seem to be taking chances or doing anything even remotely interesting. It just feels like a lot of the same regurgitated games, like regurgitated fucking ideas, or just dumbed down ideas. Like, in a world where, like, that's the thing. If you do remakes of games that are respectful of the properties, then I will 100% fucking support you. That's what I love to see. And I know a lot of people find that shitty. That's what I look forward to, but that is what I look forward to. Or like spiritual successors like a Callisto Protocol. Like, I think that's fucking awesome, you know, because a lot of people didn't think, you know, and they do have the Dead Space remake that's coming out as well, but I mean, it's a new experience that is inspired by you know, a really classic franchise from 360 PS3 days. So that's fucking awesome, you know. hopefully gaming does pick up next year. It's going to be insane, but I will say that despite AAA games for me having fallen off this year, there's like I said, indie titles that have definitely stepped up to the plate. That's what I want to see. That's why I go out of my way to support them. And a lot of people are scared by consolidation in the industry. And all I could say is support small developers, help them grow to take these spots that are basically, open. Support small developers, indie developers. They need that support to take over the empty spots. That's what it is. And I think that a lot of indie developers are trying to earn your money at this point. Where AAA companies, studios, all of that, they've been dropping the ball. So that's how I feel about that personally.
Yeah, you already know I'm in support of indie games. I've been in support of indie games for years. I think they're the ones that bring the interesting titles to the forefront. One of my favorite games, Katana Zero, which kind of took inspiration from Hotline Miami, add nice platforming aspect to it. You could take something. It's hard to innovate in gaming now. Everything's practically been done already. But you can take something that's been done before and put your own spin on it and give it enough flair that it'll be attractive to people that are familiar with that. So the indie developers are the ones that are doing that the most.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the ones willing to take the risks. They're willing to do things that either are forgotten about or haven't really been explored very much, or take it further. Like they're just like, look, we're trying to get your attention. So I'd say at least try and give it to them, So I think that's that's a great way to end it off. Support your indie devs. Yes. But yeah, guys, I don't know if you guys have anything you want to share in terms of social medias or whatever. Nope. Still no TJ, still not yet. We're still trying to bait you, but oh man. I want you to suffer alongside me with the gaming community.
No, thank you.
Not yet. It'll happen sooner or later.
No, I've seen how some of them get online. They start talking a little crazy because they're like anonymous, and that's cute, but like this is real life. Like you could be seen in person. And I don't have the time or the energy for that, so no, it's okay.
I feel you with that, but yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat, Society. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Nuke Dukem, Red Hood, Dre Watson, Namamar. I think that's how I say your name. If not, please correct me because I want to get your name right. Really cool dude. Alex vs. Evil, Future, obviously, Future 4K. Our close homie Axis, the youngest of the Geek Kept crew. Spider-Man mode, obviously. Awesome dude. He does Twitch. I fucking love Spider-Man mode. He's such a cool dude. Even when our likes are literally the opposite, he's so understanding and mad chill. But yeah, I'm just going through just to see if I missed anybody. Andre, thank you so much for coming through, homie. At this point, I think I got. Oh yeah, PS Rewind, awesome dude.
Yeah, thanks to everybody, man. It's good.
Evil Bunny, I appreciate Evil Bunny coming through and expressing their thoughts on Spider-Man. Snake, yeah, definitely for coming out and Douglas, BC's a cool dude. BG Legends, that's my homie. Damn. Wow, like so much support. I really appreciate it. If you've been fucking with us for a while now, like shout out to y'all. If you're new, recently got an influx of new subs. Like if you're a new person, thanks so much for coming through. I hope that you're enjoying the time. If you're an old head, I really appreciate you for still sticking by me. It's always good to see y'all, whether you disagree or agree with things we got to say. I always appreciate the conversation. Shout out to Gotti360, really cool dude. Yeah, if I missed anyone, Sense of Reality, shout out to you, Pixel. TW, I appreciate you coming through as well. if I missed anybody,
Fuck
I'm
that
really
guy.
sorry.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck you. All right, I'm gonna defend
Fuck
this
that guy.
dude. This dude is a bad motherfucker. His name is literally TW Booty Hunter. All right, straight up.
Booty Hunter.
I'm having a hard time getting rid of this fucking sex bot now.
How to keep it. It's
Oh
charming.
my god.
Oh, it's
Error
not.
has occurred. Oh my god.
Good.
Hold on. All right. Oh, society deleted it. Thank you so much, bro. But yeah, at this point, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Put cheese on a pizza
Wrap
and
it up.
call it fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah, put cheese on a pizza and call it
Yes,
fuck.
shout out to
I like it.
Sexbots for legitimizing my YouTube channel. That is literally the
You
thing
made it.
that legitimizes anybody's YouTube channel at this point.
did
I'm
it.
convinced. Anybody who's anybody gets Sexbots at this point.
Does
Yeah,
society
yeah.
get jackpot?
Don't think that I was lying, man. I'm going to get on the phone with Live Jasmine. We're going to get sponsorship. Ham soda on the way.
Uh-huh. Sponsored by Game Pass. Let's do it.
TJ
Phil Spencer.
Conway.
I'm waiting on the call.
Yes. Yes. I to be honest, I don't know who that is, but it's just hilarious nonetheless to me.
Well, you
So,
should.
Bots have been
Hey,
going crazy today.
I support it. I invite this individual if you want to, you want to help me. I appreciate that. But anyways, guys,
Uh-huh.
thank y'all so much for coming through. It was a good show, and I appreciate
Mhm.
everything. Seriously, it was cool. But yeah, at this point, we're gonna wind it down, and we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. All right, that's typically
Yep.
how we're doing. 2REAL4FEELS podcast every other week. So, with that being said, guys, we out.
All right, later.
Peace.
Fuck you all. Fuck you.